Hello, mathematical literacy learners. I hope you are studying and doing your best. Let's get started on 4.1. Itumeleng makes and sells birdhouses at a local flea market. Annexure C shows the diagram of the parts of the birdhouse and the assembly instructions. So on Annexure C, I'm expecting to see a diagram that shows me parts of a birdhouse and how to assemble it or instructions to assemble it. He uses a single board that is 14 centimeters wide and 20 millimeters thick to make one birdhouse. Okay. There it is, the birdhouse. So he's cut out this from one long board, as they see there. It's a single board. And then in the front there's a little tiny hole. So the part with the hole is the front. Okay. The parts, there they are. The 6 of them. And there's the single long board. So what he did was he measured the part of the roof and cut the part that is the roof, and then he measured the front part. There it is. So the roof, there it is, there it is. And then he measured the front part there and cut the front part, and then drilled a little hole in the front part. And then he measured the floor, which is the bottom. There it is. So we got roof, we got floor. Okay, and that is there. And then he measured side 1, 2 sides. Obviously there's going to be the side and the left side and the right side, and then it's going to be the back and the front. He measured the side 1 first, and side 1 is that one there, and he placed it there like that, and he drew a line, a line that is not straight. Or you can say he took these 2 sides, put them together, and they make this lovely long length. You see, they make this nice lovely long length here, and then he cut them equally like that. And then you got side 1 and side 2, and then you got the back there, which is that one, right? Okay, so let's read the dimensions. The roof here, I can't tell which one is that or which one is that, but if I go back to my notes, it says there it's 14 centimeters wide. Therefore, that is going to help me to understand wide is the width, right? Not the length. Length is the longest distance of the board. No, that is the width, and then we can't see the thickness on this one. But so we have the width, which is 14 centimeters. So this one, that means this length here is here. That means this one is there. So that's 19. All right. And then we have this one, which is 14 this side. That means that's the part here. And then there's the hole, and this side over here, 14 again. And that means this one is 23. Then we have the floor, which is 14 this side. Therefore, it's the width, 14. And then we have 10 here, which is the this part here. Then we have side 1. Here's side 1. Side 1 says the longest side is 25, and the shortest side, that side, is 23. So we have 25 this side, we have 23 that side. Okay, so here we have 19 this side, and we have 23 that side, and we have 10 that side. But with this one, this length is longer than that length over there. That one is 23, that one's 25. And then that one's 14, of course. There's the 14. And then, oh, there it is. And then we have the side 2, which 14 is here. There's 14 there. See that straight line there? And then we have this side here. And then we have this long part here, which is 25. Where is the long part on side 2? It's up there. So 25 is up there. 23 is down here. All right. And then we have the back, which is 41 on the sides and 14 wide. So that's 14, and that's 41 centimeters on this side, and this side 41. So you can now use up there or down here. If you see there's 25 and 23 this side, 23 and 25 that side. So we have sorted it out properly. So now we can find the length of the board. Instructions, which says take step 1, nail the longest side of side 1 and side 2 to the back. Okay, the longest side of side 1, which is 25, and the longest side of side 2, which is 25, to the back. Okay, so I'm going to take these two and nail them to the back, one on this side and one on this side, right? So the long side, I'm going to turn them around, and the long side and the short side is going to be this side, and I'm going to put the one here, and I'm going to put one here. So it's going to be slanting forward, like if you go and see here. See, the long side is there, and this side here is shorter than the back there, and that the back is projecting outside. Okay, so what do we do next? Next up is we position the floor between the two boards and the back. So we've got the two boards here, and then we come down here and we position the floor between those the sideboards. So what we're going to do here is now we have the side here covering this side, coming out there, and then we have another side here coming out there, and then now we're going to have the floor down here, right? Okay, so let me show you here. So we have this side, we have the left side, and there's a floor, but you can't see it, which means it's gone inside. Remember, you put the floor before you put this. So this is going to sit and cover the floor as well. Okay, but the roof projects outside. So let's look at that. And then they say nail the front of on the two sides. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cover this part here with the front, right? So now we put the front in, and you can't see, when you're looking from the front, you can't see the sides or the floor, right? Like that. And then we have the roof coming out there, and you can see the roof. So you can see the roof even when you're standing in the front, and then you can see this part here, but you can no longer see the side if you're standing on the front, and you can't see the bottom, right? And then what you do is you place the roof in the position and nail it, okay? And then you have the final product. So there it is. So you can see the nails there, they are nailed to the floor. So the floor is somewhere there. You can't see it, it's inside, but it's nailed to the floor here, and it's nailed to the sides here. So the sides, this side is, you can see it. Okay. Show rounded to the nearest hundredths that the length of the board needed for a single birdhouse is 1,500 millimeters. Okay, we've already sorted out what goes where here. So all we just have to add all these centimeters and then convert them to millimeters. 4.1 November 2023 2. All right, so 4.1.1 says that you need to calculate the length. Okay, 4.1, we are calculating the length. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say length here of the board is equal to, and I'm going to add all of these. So that's 19 plus 23 plus 10 plus 25 plus 23 plus 41, and these are all centimeters, and I'm going to add them. So the answer is 141. So now what we're going to do is we're going to multiply that by 10 and get millimeters, because they said prove that it is this millimeters. So let's see if we're going to get this millimeter that they're talking about here, which is 1,500. And then we get 1,401 410 centimeters, right? So we're going to just round off that. If we round up this to the nearest hundred, you will get 1,500 millimeters, right? So that's how they got 1,500 millimeters. Okay. Then the next step says, Itumeleng states that in step 2, the 10 centimeters on the floor will go against the back. He says the 10 centimeters on the floor, this 10 centimeter here, or this 10 centimeter here, will then go and like that. So, okay, they're saying since this plank is 14 centimeters here, they're saying the 10 centimeter will go here. That's true because remember they said this side is put here and then this side will be put here. And the thickness of this one and this one, let's look at the thickness. Remember that? That's why it's very important to study. I don't like that they've decided to say here, use the information. I like the question papers that say, study the information above and then answer the question. I like those because then you know you have to study this information rather than just referring to it willy-nilly. 20 millimeters is the thickness. Okay, so there it's 20 millimeters. That piece there is 20 millimeters, and that piece there that's taken is 20 millimeters. This one is 140 millimeters because 14 centimeters multiplied by 10 will be 140 centimeters, right? So this is 140 centimeters. So what we're going to do, this part here is 140 centimeters. So let's find out what is this distance from here to here, right? We're going to say 4.1.2, 140 millimeters. It's millimeters minus. Then we're going to minus the first 20 millimeters from there taken by the one side, side 1, minus 20 millimeters. And then we're going to minus the one taken by side 2. We'll say minus 20 millimeters. And then what do we get? We get 140 millimeters minus 40 millimeters, right? If you want, we don't have to do that part there. So that would be 140 minus 20, 120 minus 20, 100. So that is 100 centimeters. What is 100 millimeters in centimeters? That's 10 centimeters. That's why that one is like that there. So that's how you verify that, right? So that's the one there. Okay, so the next one is the front part of the birdhouse. The front part of the birdhouse has a circular hole with a diameter of 4.2 centimeters drilled into it. Calculate in centimeters squares the exposed surface area of the front part of the birdhouse. You may use the following formula. Nazi formulas, here they are, and you have to calculate the area there. Now, if you're going to calculate the area here, they said calculate the exposed area. There's plank that. This is the plank, right? But if you on the hole there's no plank, it's actually a hole where you can see through, right? So this will not give you the area of the plank. You have to calculate the rectangle and then minus the area of that. So let's do that. We're going to calculate 3 times. First, we're going to calculate the area of the rectangle, which is 14 by 23. So that would be 23 times 14, that's 322 centimeters squared. Area, remember, area is centimeter squared, volume is centimeter cubed, distance or length is centimeters, right? Okay, so we're going to do the area of a circle now, which is equal to, let's go get the formula there. It says 3,142 times radius squared, 3,142 multiplied by radius squared, and then area is equal to 3,142 multiplied by radius. Let's go find the radius. We go there and we find the diameter, not the radius. Let's figure out what that is. So the diameter is the distance from the beginning to the end of the circle, like that, beginning to the end of the circle. That's the diameter right there, this distance from there to there, right? Now, what is this distance here from beginning to the end? That distance is 4, but they said it's 4,2 centimeters, right? We're not looking for diameter though. We are looking for radius. So radius is equal to 4,2 divided by 2. That will be 2,1 centimeters, right? So if you don't know this stuff and you haven't watched the lessons on measurements, please run and watch them before it's too late. Okay, then we have 2,1 centimeters squared. Let's put the squared that side. So that's 2,1 centimeter times 2,1 centimeters. And that A is equal to 3,142 multiplied by 2,1. 2,1 times 2,1, right? 4,1. So that will be 3,142 multiplied by 4,1, 4,41 centimeters squared, right? And then let's multiply that by pi. 3,142 multiplied by 4,41, and that is 13,85622 centimeters squared, and then we have it. So we're not done. Front part there that we will see. Because we see everything except the part where there's a hole, we are going to remove the hole from 322. So the area is actually 322 centimeters squared minus 13,85622 centimeters squared. And then we get what we get. 308,14378, and I'm just going to round off to 2 decimal because there's nothing there that says round off. So say 308.14 centimeters squared, and we're done with 4.13.